Alright, I'm going to do my Kyberlight unboxing video. I've got a few of these, so it took me a little bit longer to get everything here and ready for a video, but I did cheat a tad and I opened the box before this video just because I wanted to make sure everything was there and charge up the lightsaber ahead of time so we could really see what it can do. And the few things I've looked at, I've been very impressed so far. So, the first thing I want to show you is the Sweet Light Up t-shirt. I took that out of the box, just so that I could wear it for the video. So I'm going to switch over here so you can see my shirt. So you can see, blinks real nice and bright. Anyone who knows me, anything with lights, gotta have. So that was a neat bonus gift for the Kickstarter backers. So loving it. So anyway, if you want some details on the shirt, basically there's a little battery pack box that's inside the shirt, and you put two AAA batteries in it. It's got an on-off switch, so easy to reach if you want to turn it off or on while you're wearing it. So that's obviously out of the package. But let's get to the heart of the show here. We'll go right to the lightsaber, and then we'll start looking at some of the different accessories and things that came as the backer bonuses, as well as they're all items that are for sale at www.kyberlight.com. Everything sold. The lightsaber kit you'll see here first comes all together, so when you buy the lightsaber you get some pieces right up front, and then any of the extra pieces are all available individually on the site as well, so you can truly customize the lightsaber that you're looking for. So okay, so it comes in a really nice sturdy box with the logo on it. Nice colors. Great way to store the lightsaber or to display. You could turn the box the other way and just have the foam out and lay the lightsaber in it. I'm probably going to come up with some kind of stand or mount it to the wall just like I have my other sabers in my theater here. So so let's get into this, the lightsaber box first. So you open the box, there's a nice foam pad right on the top, and then when we take the foam pad off, you can see this is what comes with each lightsaber that you purchase from Kyberlight. It's got a nice little instruction sheet of all the different parts that come with it, as well as there's a included list here. Each piece has a name, but you get the general idea. There's the sleeves and the top piece, which would be like for your emitter, and then the pommel, which would be all the screw-in pieces for the bottom, the base of the saber. If you look at the very basic picture of the saber here, that's basically the bare bones of it, and then all these other parts can attach to it. Or you could leave it as the bare bones plain silver if you'd like. So the lightsaber comes in the package this way. It has the, when I first opened it, it had the blade attached to the lightsaber. I was messing with one of the attachments, so we'll look at that first. I had put this on right away because I wanted to see how the blade plug would work, which we'll get to later. So I'm just going to take this piece off. So what we have is, you have the button screw here that goes on one side, which I took out already. And then when you flip it over, there's a set screw. And this set screw will keep that top piece, emitter piece, in place, as well as it holds the blade. Now in this case I have the blade plug in there, which looks like that, which is, by the way, is one of my favorite pieces, so I'm definitely going to show you that. But it does hold the actual lightsaber blade too. So this is just basically a plastic insert with this really cool cutout in here. We'll show you that a little bit more. That was one of the bonus accessories. So let's get the blade in here, which is the way the lightsaber actually comes together in the kit. So we've got our aircraft grade plastic blade. It's got a slight frost to it, like most lightsabers do, so the light can fill it really well, but it's not totally clear, so it doesn't look fake plasticky, if you will. One thing that's cool with all the blades, because this is the regular light up blade you get with the saber, but you can also buy day blades. Beginning of this video you probably saw the colored blades, and I'll show you those a little bit later. Let's see if I can get it to loosen. But each one of the blades, the tip actually is removable, which is nice, because a lot of times when you see these get broken, it's the tip that's the problem. It's a nice solid piece of plastic. It's not hollow, and it just it's threaded, so it just screws into the blade, and then it's mirror backed, of course, so that as the light comes up to hit it, the light bounces back, filling the tube as much as possible. So pretty basic. A plastic tube is a plastic tube, but you can tell the material is really nice. I was banging it around pretty good yesterday and didn't have any problems with it. So I've been really impressed with it. The day blades look awesome. Yeah, I wasn't too sure how the colors would come out and things like that, but when you put it on there, obviously you can still light up the lightsaber and stuff, but it just helps fill that color a bit more when you're in daylight, especially. So it'd be great for photos or day troops, things like that, so that you still look like you have an awesome colored blade lightsaber without having to worry about the sun interfering with your color. So we put the blade right in the hole. Pretty simple. So that fits right in there. We put our pommel piece, or our emitter piece, right back on top. Get our set screw in here to hold it in place. It's very important that you use the set screws, especially if you're going to battle with it. The last thing you want to do is have that blade fly off, which could, by the way, the Allen wrench comes with the lightsaber. It's packed in, there's a little spot in here where it's packed in, so you don't have to buy anything additional. Everything comes with it. But yeah, you could obviously cause some pretty severe damage to the lightsaber parts, as well as another person or inanimate object that it runs into. So we'll flip it over. We'll put our round screw back in. Not exactly sure what that part's called, but most lightsabers in Star Wars have it, so I think it looks pretty fitting. So this is what it looks like. The saber comes packed with the black sleeve on it. It does have a cover tech wheel, so it can attach directly to your Jedi belt. You just need the cover tech clip, which you can get for a couple bucks on Amazon. So as far as the pommel goes, I can show you how that works. All the bottom pieces all are threaded and screw off, and every piece is machined aluminum, so it's all high quality, not going to break on you type stuff. But this is the pommel that comes on it. Pretty simple. And I'm going to show you all the pieces, but I'm not going to rebuild the lightsaber every time with every piece, because who wants to see that? You get the idea. So, and then the sleeve is held on with some set screws as well. When you come to the back here, You see the set screw here. As well as that's how you can get to the electronics too, is taking that center part apart. If you take the pommel off, I apologize, got dark there for a second, and you look inside there, you can see where the speaker is. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a speaker right inside that fills that whole bottom area. So so you want to always make sure you have some kind of pommel on the back end, because you don't want that speaker to get punctured or wet or dirty or something that could harm it. Magnets can be bad, that kind of thing. If we go back to taking the blade out, I want to do that. Bear with me here while I remove it. As you can see, things can change out pretty quickly. Obviously I'm struggling with it a little bit, but that's mainly because I'm trying to hold a camera while I'm doing this. I don't have a tripod or anything, so it's trying to do them all at once. But you can virtually switch on the fly. So I mean, if you're at an event and, well, I don't want this blade anymore, or I don't want this you know, pommel piece, I want to change it out, something like that, it's pretty simple to flip that around. So if we take the blade out and we look down this barrel, again, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it all. You can kind of see that, but that's where the RGB LED is, and it's got a nice glass basically cover over the top of it, so keeps that pretty safe. Again, obviously you're going to always want to keep something in that front end, which is why blade plugs exist. So if you want to just carry it without the blade, you can put that in there. The light still shines through it really nice, and you don't have to worry about something getting in there and harming the lights. So I'm going to put the blade back in so we can take a look at how this thing works. Form and function. So let's get back to I'm going to put the screw back in here first and lay this down so I can get to it easier. Apologize for the shakiness. This is what it is when you're trying to run a camera at the same time as performing hand-eye coordinated type things. Okay. So pretty simple, actually. When you put these together, it's just match all the holes together. Obviously, you want your front side of the blade to look nice and pretty, so all your set screws will be on the back. So that's if you're trying to remember which part goes where, that would be the best way to remember it. They don't give you any extra set screws, I don't believe. Yeah, actually you get a couple extra set screws too. And then just some plain screws. So that's kind of nice too. So if you lose a set screw, you have another one to go back to. But I use set screws in all kinds of different things that I've built. So, I mean, it's not like they're hard to find. You just need to know the thread size and so forth for when you go to the hardware store. They're pretty cheap. I know I just bought some for my F11D blaster that I built, and it was, I don't know, I think they were like 19 cents a piece or something. So I'm actually, because I do plan to use this lightsaber for a few different things, and Bree's going to use it for her Jedi, I'm actually just going to go get a bag of set screws and just have them. So then we can have, you know, a little emergency set of them laying around, so we don't have to worry about not having them if something were to occur. So that's how that goes. All the basic pieces that the lightsaber comes packed with are back on here. So let's see how it flies. So the first things you need to know, the top button here is your power up and power down. The middle button is color switch on the fly. And then this bottom port here is the charging port. It does come with the charger. It's pretty simple. It's just a DC box charger you plug into the wall. It lights red when it's charging, and it turns green when the lightsaber is fully charged. So we go ahead and turn it on. Push the button once to turn it on, and it lights up. So as you can see, it's got some pretty good color. It does have color memory, so when you turn it off at that color you were on and then turn it back on, it's going to light up the same color. So that was actually a concern of mine originally, that, well, what if I have it set to green and then I turn it off and I turn it back on and now it's red? But it does remember what the last color was that you were on, so that's really cool. So mine's fully charged, so it's nice and bright. I know some people, when they were posting videos, they were saying, well, it's not very bright, but obviously, like anything electronic, when you get it shipped to you, it's only at, 20-30% battery, and these do lose some light as the battery winds down, which can be a huge benefit, because then you know really when it needs to be recharged before it totally goes dead. Takes about 2 hours to recharge. I think you get about 4 hours maybe of pretty heavy use out of the charge, and then probably like 6 or 8 hours if you're not really going to turn it on much. And then obviously the longer it sits without being used, it'll need more charge for that reason too. So let's try the second button. Second button down is for colors. So you press it once, changes to another color. Might be a little hard to see in the video, but that's like a yellowish. There's a red, a light blue, a purple, a pinkish. That's kind of an aqua color. There's an orange, another color purple, a light blue. Here's green. There is a black in here too. Trying to find, oh, there's the black one. I really like this. It's very subtle, but in the dark especially, it looks really awesome. And then you've got your plain kind of white light. So the colors are great. It shines up the blade really nice. Tip shows up pretty good. You can see that mirroring effect coming back at the blade, which is exactly what you want. So that's what it does. So that's how you change the colors, and just push the button, and right on the fly you can have any color right at your fingertips. Nothing to change. So of course it's got your sound. You can hear it. You hear the hum here. Speaker comes out of there real nice. I think it's got pretty good volume. Again, it needs a good charge to get the best abilities out of it, but it does make the wave pattern as you unbalance the lightsaber. So depending on your movement, you're going to get the whoosh. And then of course it's got just the regular hum. It does have clash light as well as clash sound. So you get that, type of sound we all come to expect for when two blades clash into each other. All the clashes are white, so it doesn't matter what blade color you're on, you're going to get that flash of white and then back to your normal blade color. So now to turn it off, all you have to do is hold the button, the power button, for a couple seconds, and you'll get the noise of the blade popping back in, and it's off. So that's the form and function of it. We can look at the rest of the unboxing of the rest of the parts. First thing I want to show you is that blade plug, because I think it's awesome. So I'm just going to take the blade out of here. So of course we go back to removing our CoverTech screw as well as our set screw. When I'm doing this and I'm working with the different parts, I found it best to just take the top of the box, flip it over, and then keep your parts right in that. So the set screw can't run away on you and things like that. So that works pretty well. So we've got the 2 screws out. Blade just simply slides right out of there. And I'm going to keep the little plastic sleeve for it to keep it from getting scratched. So I'll slide it right back in there. And then put it right back in the box for now. So put that back in there so it stays nice. Now we've got our little blade plug. I think these are like $6 or $7 or something on the website, so they're a heck of a deal. And if you're not one of the Kickstarters and you're going in to make a regular customer purchase, I would definitely pick up at least one of these. There we go, there's a good shot of it. So it's got this really nice machined aluminum cut tip to it, and then of course it's plastic on the inside so that it matches the same. It's the same as the blade material, so your set screws work correctly with it. So you just pop it in the hole just like you did the blade. Doesn't have to go in any specific way, just has to get all the way down in there. And then we go back to good old set screws and the CoverTech screw. So I'm gonna get this back in here so we can actually, I think what I'm gonna do is, since don't need the safety of holding the blade in, I'm just gonna put the turn screw in, and so I can show you and keep moving. So you just turn that one in there. Normally you'd have your set screw in on the other side to give it all the full stability, but for the sake of the video we'll skip that. So you turn it on just like you would the lightsaber with the blade in it, and there you go. So you still, even with no blade, you've got great sound, you've got great color, you still get your whooshes. Obviously it's not held in there all the way because I'm in the set screw in, but and then you can still change colors on the fly. So it'll look great on your belt. It's got function to it. Nice light, shines nice bright light out of it, so don't blind your friends. And then same thing, just the power down, everything functions the exact same way, it just doesn't have the blade in it. So dig that. That's one of my favorite pieces. So that's your lightsaber in a nutshell, the actual saber itself. Now we can get into some of the fun and look at the other customizations of it. Each lightsaber itself comes in this, like I said, this complete box. You get the gold sleeve, you get the red sleeve, and I know there's names for each one of these. I don't memorize them, but it says on the card here. So you've got the red shift. See if I can get that to focus. The red shift, Sentinel Gold is the gold one, Dark Adaptation is the black. So they've got some cool names and stuff too. This would be one of your parts for the top, for the emitter. So you have all these really cool pieces that allow light from the blade to come through. I always like those parts. We've got this as a top emitter part, something that's nice and big and chunky, very commanding when you're holding on to it. Same with this piece here. So real simple. Again, you just have your holes for your set screw on this side here, and then you have your hole there for the CoverTech screw. And then these are all pommel pieces, or actually, excuse me, this is actually the double blade connectors. So yes, you can get 2 of these lightsabers and connect them both together for that double bladed effect. But these are all the pommel pieces. Again, some neat cutouts and stuff just to add a lot of visual interest. Really nice solid threading, so you won't have any problems getting parts on and off. Here's this kind of doorknob pommel. I like this one a lot. Adds some really cool weight to the back end. So if you like that really realistic feel when you're swinging the blade around, I think this would really help with that, give you that effect. And then this pommel piece here, again, a little bit bigger on the back end. So Now these are fighting grades, so basically you can literally battle with these. They're not going to break. There's a lifetime warranty on the blades, 1-year warranty on all the lightsaber, the rest of the lightsaber parts, the hilt parts, if you will. So go ahead and beat the heck out of each other and have some fun with it. These are the day blades. There's 4 different colors. I got all 4 because why not? And we got a little bit of a nice offer for the Kickstarter backers to order these at a discounted price. So I did that. I think probably the green is my favorite. If we slide these out, it's the exact same blade as the clear blade. It's just obviously tinted to emphasize the blade color you're looking for day effects. It has the same screw-off tip with the mirrored back end, so you're getting as much light, even though it's a day blade and the light isn't the emphasis here. You're still going to get, you can see the mirror in there, you're still going to get that as much light out of it as you can. They didn't just Kyberlight didn't just skip on that. They want you to have as much real lightsaber effect as possible. So those are the day blades. They come in red, blue, yellow, and green as of right now. And again, you can buy these at www.kyberlight.com. So that's all of the items, packaging, and so forth for the lightsaber itself. So then let's look at the additional accessories. There is one accessory I did not get. I got into the Kickstarter after the first bonus piece offering came about. So there is a green sleeve that I did not get. However, I will probably order that because the whole point of this is to have as many customizable options as possible. So you saw, as far as soft goods go, you saw I got the light up shirt, one of my favorites. And then Kyberlight made these really awesome custom lightsaber fighting gloves. So I'm pretty psyched about those. Haven't really done much with them yet. Didn't open them or anything. But they look cool from the packaging. They've got a really nice rubber grippiness to them. There's some nice padding on the outside. So this would be great for training, especially because you really don't want to get whacked with one of these things. That plastic's pretty harsh. It's got this really nice knit material. It almost looks like a fencing glove material, if you know what that looks like. But it's got a nice Velcro wrist strap here, so you can get them nice and tight onto your hands. It's got a nice kind of rubberized grip on the palm. I don't know if you can see that too well, but they look really nice. Just a really fun, kitschy bonus item. So when you're battling in that, you've got something cool to wear. So these are all this is the little box of the custom pieces. Comes in the box is pretty much the same material. Nice big black heavy cardboard quality, so you can keep all your stuff in it. You have a few more sleeves. Now I did open these again just to make sure everything was here. Plus I thought for the unboxing it would be better than trying to unwrap each one of these. But each one of the sleeves has a really neat paint to it. I believe it's an iodized. I'm not that familiar with that process, but somebody told me that. So the color is really nice and vibrant, and it doesn't take anything away from the metal at all, so you don't have to worry about scratching and things like that. But each one has its own unique, not just color, but shape, so you get a lot of variety out of your lightsaber customization. So that's the copper one. I'll put each piece over there so I don't double them up. Here's the blue one, which I did not open. So I'll open that now. Each piece comes in a nice bubble wrapping. Keep it safe and scratch free. That blue one looks cool. I like cutout stuff. I'm a fan of that on lightsabers. I think that adds a lot of interest. So on sleeve's pretty simple. It's got the 3 holes on the one side for your power, color, and charging port. And then it's set screws, of course, to hold it on. So it's real simple. Anyone can change them in and out. It doesn't take any mad skill or technical abilities, I guess. So here's the purple one. Kind of digging the color on this one. I wasn't too... It was kind of like purple. I don't know. But I really like this one, now that I see it in person. And it's, you know, it's like a lot of things. You see something in a picture, it's totally different live. But the cutouts are kind of cool. It gives me kind of a, I don't know, a Harley Quinn feel to it with the diamonds and stuff. I don't know. That's just me, but very neat. I like that one. And again, having options is what it's all about. You don't want to have a purple one, don't buy a purple one. It's that simple. You just go get the pieces that you want. And there's going to be a lot more pieces coming out too. So here's the, I call it a graphite color. I think this one is my favorite of all just because it looks like almost like a leather or some kind of a weave, weaved leather pattern. So I think that one's going to look really cool on there. Haven't tried it on there yet, but we're just doing unboxing for now. Maybe I'll do some videos later of what they actually look like put together. And then, so that's all your sleeves. So you get, so there's 4 colored ones that were in the box here. There's a green one that I didn't get. And then there's the black, the red, and the gold that are in the lightsaber box that you automatically get once you purchase a lightsaber. So this is just some more pieces to customize. So here's another pommel. This one's cool. It's got kind of that fin cut look. I want to say that looks a lot like a DL44 does. Those fins that are on the side of the DL44 blaster, as well as on the DT12 that Greedo carries. So real neat effect. Nice speaker holes in the bottom, so you get plenty of sound still. Next one. And again, each piece comes in some nice foam packing and stuff, so you don't have to worry about scratch and dent. And I'm probably, since you're not going to use all the pieces at one time, I'm probably just going to keep them all in these little foam packs so they stay nice and be easy to pack away. Here's another pommel. I remember this one being kind of hard. This one I kind of feel is like a traditional Star Wars one. It's got some nice, again, speaker holes on the bottom. The nice threads like each piece has to turn in. And it's just got those kind of black rectangle, you know, cuts all along it. So and let's see, next we've got another, this one's a little bit bigger piece again. This is another pommel piece. I remember this being, I did take this one out earlier and it was in there real good. But it's got some really neat cuts to it. Really fun finishing end. It's got yeah, it's got the threads down here. This one's got more black accents to it, but kind of looks like the back of an arrow or something. Feathered a little bit. That's a neat piece. Real nice and heavy. You can tell the quality on this stuff. This one is by far my favorite for the emitter or the top side. It's got this really sweet claw to it. I was a little worried about the structure of it, but each little claw piece is actually, it's kind of hard to tell, but it's actually screwed right into the main piece. There you can see the little screws. So super quality, you're not going to bust those things. And then again, it's got these open chambers here, so you can see the light coming through the blade. But this one's looks amazing. I put it on this morning to check it out, and I like how it extends forward, and it's easy to see. So that's that piece. And then we've got this little gold, kind of the traditional, one of the traditional Star Wars lightsaber blade looks, where it's got that nice kind of slanted cut there, and the blade sort of pops out of that. Real nice gold color. Probably look great with the gold sleeve. And then last but not least, this is the monster. This is the broadsword attachment. And so this would go on the top as well, and you would hold it down here, so you'd have this, it would look like a broadsword. I think it looks a lot like the sword from Thundercats. Ho! So I'm excited about this piece. That looks like it would be a lot of fun to use. So that's my unboxing. It's a pretty long video. I don't want to take up any more time. But thanks for watching, and get yourself a Kyberlight. www.kyberlight.com